Hi everyone and welcome to Lost Boy. My name is Jamie for those of you that are new to my channel, and for those of you that are returning, thank you for all of your support. This is going to be a general message for the sign of Capricorn. This could be Capricorn anywhere in your birth chart. Cross-watchers, you're welcome as well. Please flip the roles however you see fit, but everyone please only take what resonates with you in your situation and drop what does not. If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, the link to my website is down below in the description box. Alrighty y'all, we're going to get into this message for you. We're going to begin with the tarot dice, then we're going to dive in with a couple of other different decks. This part's about to be a little loud, so I do recommend lowering the volume if you are sensitive to sound. Universe. What is going on in Capricorn energy? And what is it that Capricorn needs to know at this time? We have the Fool sideways, the Seven of Cups reversed, and the Five of Cups reversed. Somebody here is no longer confused with what direction they want to take. I feel like you've already taken the leap of faith here. You've already put the plan in motion, and you've already taken active steps towards heading down a new path, doing something different, even though it might feel a little scary, right? Because in the traditional tarot, the Fool is normally standing at the cliff, right? And he's asked to just take a leap of faith. He doesn't know where he's going to land. You don't know how this new beginning is going to look like. But I also feel like you're very, very excited about this as well. I feel like you're no longer confused about where you've been. And maybe this decision has been a long time coming. This leap of faith has been a long time coming. Even with this Five of Cups in the reverse, this is giving me that somebody here may have left you. I don't want to say they left you. It's like somebody here I feel like was playing games with your emotions here. And I feel like now that you've caught on, now that you're no longer confused to what their true motives and intentions are, I feel like you no longer have feelings for this, and you no longer feel as hurt by somebody pushing you away. We do have the Queen of Wands sideways, so I do also feel like you're definitely stepping into your power at this time. You're being bold, you're being courageous, and you're just being your authentic self here with this Queen of Wands. There could also be somebody here who is seeking attention, and maybe that's the person who keeps pushing you away, playing that game with your heart. I'm hearing the song from Backstreet Boys, "Quit Playing Games with My Heart." So you could have been dealing with somebody who has been emotionally manipulative, maybe even emotionally abusive. We do have both of these pentacles here sideways. This is the Nine of Pentacles. And then this is the Eight of Pentacles. You're seeing how you're very independent. You're able to stand on your own. You can provide for yourself. And maybe you were still holding on to a situation here, maybe due to some kind of stability or some kind of resource here, or feeling like you would be without. But I also feel like part of this taking a leap is realizing how powerful you actually are and what you're actually capable of, and how you don't really need anybody else for anything, especially someone here is going to be playing games with your heart. You do know that this next phase is going to require a lot of hard work and effort, but that's not something that you're not used to. Because I feel like part of this waking up from the confusion is knowing that I've been the one putting in all the work. I am the one with the resources. I am the one that is stable. And this could even be part of the emotional game with somebody trying to make you chase after them, making you need their attention, need their validation. This could be somebody here who forces you to need them. This could be friends, family, love, even work. We have the King of Swords. That King of Swords is upright. You're standing in truth. You're taking a good hard look at the facts. You're leaving the emotions out of it. Whatever this decision is that you made, it was based on the facts, it was based on the truth. And something here to do, there's been a difference of morals. Male or female, you're definitely stepping into your masculine energy here and making moves and clear-cut decisions. Six of Cups reversed. With this Nine of Wands, yeah, you've been overwhelmed. This could even be an individual here who's been trying to use your past against you or trying to use the past against you. King of Pentacles reversed. That tells me everything I need to know. You definitely could have been dealing with a masculine energy here. A karmic masculine. Somebody here who doesn't follow through. That's what their character tells me with this King of Pentacles reversed. They have no follow through. This is somebody here who's non-committal. This is somebody here who wants to be provided for instead of being a provider. This is somebody here who doesn't take active steps to better themselves or to take care of themselves in any kind of way. This is somebody here who wants things handed to them on a golden platter. Somebody here has unrealistic expectations and likes to play a lot of emotional games here. And this is the Ten of Pentacles. So you're definitely closing out a cycle here. One that has to do about value and worth. And I feel like you're realizing, you know what, I am worth so much more and I deserve so much more. And that's why you're no longer afraid. Because you're leaving behind something that you know is not deserving of you. Maybe that was part of this game, was somebody trying to make you feel like that you would never get better or you would never do better and you have no choice but to suck it up. But the truth is that you are entitled to go after what your heart desires. We have the Seven of Wands. You have definitely stood your ground here, and you even had to stand your ground against multiple different people as well, because with the Seven of Wands, that's somebody there who's standing alone against the opposition. Somebody here could have even been, you know, when people's emotions are all over the place, especially with this Justice sideways as well as with this Three of Swords. It's like somebody here could have even been going as far as to recruiting haters, right? By playing on their emotions. This is definitely somebody here who's an emotional manipulator. They do it to everybody, and they only do it for their own satisfaction. They do it for their own gain. Some of you could even be in the process of leaving behind a narcissist or somebody here with narcissistic tendencies. I don't want to diagnose anybody, but this Justice reverse. This is somebody here who lacks morals, who lacks a conscience. This is somebody here who does things against the law. It's a difference in morals here. Somebody was definitely trying to tip the scales in their favor, and they don't care how they do it. And this may have really hurt with this Three of Swords sideways, but I feel like you're over it now. Even though I feel like you may still be in something, I feel like you're in the processing of exiting. You have mentally checked out. And you're taking the active steps to physically check out of this. Like maybe somebody wanted you to stay in something, or to make you feel like you would have no other place to go, or that you wouldn't be able to afford something. But the truth is, now that you're no longer giving this person anything, wow, that opens up, that opens up more funds, and you actually can, and you have. Maybe you're realizing you were the only one supporting the situation in the first place. The Four of Cups reversed. That's you no longer missing out on an opportunity and deciding to fill your own cup. This has definitely been a very difficult lesson here for you in regards to the type of love that you're willing to accept. Love isn't about needing somebody in your life. It's about wanting somebody in your life. Some of you guys could be dealing with an Aries. I do have Leo here. I have a Libra as well. All this cup energy could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Or you could have that somewhere in your chart. Universe, tell us more, please, for Capricorn. Excuse me. We have completion. We have completion. This is definitely an ending of a cycle. The sun will rise again. You are also being heavily supported by your ancestors, by your passed over loved ones. This could even be you saying goodbye to a version of yourself. Because here you are with this Queen of Wands, like your fire is burning again. Or at least it has been rekindled. You're starting to feel that joy for yourself again. You're starting to feel alive here. And you're starting to embrace this new version of you. This could even be you saying goodbye to your old self. You guys are definitely coming at, or stepping into some kind of new spiritual awakening here where you're ascending. And it's not easy because once you see something, it's like once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. And that in itself brings endings. Because it shatters old beliefs. And this is what you have done. You have shattered old belief systems. We have rejection here at the bottom of the deck. And insecurity. Somebody was even trying to use your own insecurities against you, but I feel like you have rejected that and realized that, you know what? This person has only been projecting their own insecurities on me. Very guarded. This could even be, I mean, we have the devil right there, right? The devil's like a smiling liar, right? They speak very softly and they look really good. They present things with this nice little bow, right? And they're able to wiggle their way in because they know what triggers you. But what happens when you heal those triggers and they can no longer use them against you? They're the ones feeling rejected now. So what happens when you reject this person? They go and they try to recruit haters to apply force, to apply pressure, to make it feel like you're wrong. It's your fault. It's always, you're the one that's causing all of this. And they could even be using the excuse of, well, you're the one that's doing this to me. But yet they're not considering you at all. And again, that's what that King of Pentacles reverse energy. That's somebody who is inconsiderate. Very selfish, only thinks about themselves. Universe, tell me more. Goodness. We have complacency. So this is an individual here who's just sitting around, not doing anything for themselves, feeling sorry for themselves, just letting things happen, instead of making things happen for them. That could be the individual that you were taking care of. I really feel like this is an individual that wanted you to take care of them. But I feel like you have found your self-worth. You are realizing that, you know what? I know my role. I know my spot. I know what I'm worthy of. It's been a long time coming for you to find your place. And you have found it. We have abundance, perseverance, and forgiveness. And then we have joy. So you're headed towards joy, you're headed towards happiness, you're headed towards freedom. This is letting your inner child out to play, not feeling so afraid, not even feeling so ashamed. And maybe a part of this was maybe a little bit of guilt. But you have pushed through the most difficult situation here by taking a leap of faith and by believing in yourself. One of the hurdles you had to overcome in this is believing in yourself, especially when you're standing alone with that Seven of Wands, right? Because sometimes you feel like, even when you're standing alone and sticking up for yourself, sometimes it can feel like, am I doing the right thing? Even though I'm going up all of this resistance? Yes, you are. Usually it's when you're under most heavily attack is when you're doing what is best for you, not what's best for somebody or somebody's This all has to do with your abundance. And it has to do with the way that you're willing to think outside of the box. Because you can see right there, this man's all confused, like, oh my God, I lost everything. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, right? So what do? They go back home, they go grab a bottle of wine or go grab a bottle of something, and, they drink their problems away, or they smoke their problems away, or whatever substance they like to do, whatever way they like to practice escapism. And here you are, like, I'm just going to fish it out. Right? Just because my hand can't fit through the grate doesn't mean that a string and a hook can't reach it, or a string with a piece of magnet. You're thinking outside of the box and you're making something work. You're not afraid of the obstacle that's around you. You know how to work through it now. This is all about perseverance, because that's what this individual is doing. They're persevering through the obstacle. And a part of this journey is learning to forgive even the ones that have wronged you. Not for them, but for you. Forgiving them for you. Because realizing at the end of the day, everything that they made you feel was really just a reflection of how they felt. And who they actually are. But you're headed towards joy and happiness. All because you kept faith. You kept the faith. The universe, God, source, could even be illuminating some kind of path to you. And that's why you're not afraid, because you know you're very well supported. Universe, tell us more for Capricorn, please. Something here has been a mess. We have community, a false person, a message, and poverty. So there's a false person here who's trying to avoid poverty. They were trying to avoid poverty because they're the King of Pentacles in the reverse. They're not a very good provider. They have no follow through. This is somebody here who starts a job and then quits it the second day because they don't like being told what to do. They have no work ethic. They have no stamina. This is somebody here who probably doesn't even have any skills. Not because they can't get them, but because they just don't care. They don't take the time to nurture anything about themselves. I also feel like when you get to the King of Pentacles reverse, this is somebody here who could definitely be a little older, maybe like in the 30s or 40s. It could even be 50s, but this is somebody here who has built their life. This is entitlement. This is somebody here who has probably never been told no, and has probably always had things handed to them in life. Kind of like babied in a way. Everything that they have was acquired by everybody. It was given to them. It was given to them through sob stories. This is somebody here who's headed towards poverty. And maybe that's part of the guilt that maybe you felt about not wanting to leave the situation here, because you're like, oh, how's this person going to take care of themselves? Because maybe you actually still care for them in some kind of way. But at the end of the day, it's not your problem. It isn't. This 37 also breaks down to a 10. This is an ending. Endings and new beginnings here. And maybe you're realizing, you know what, this person just has been leading me towards poverty. You know, maybe the universe has been trying to show that to you in some kind of way. They're like, you keep praying for change, but sometimes you'll have to be willing to be that change. You know, especially if you've been waiting for somebody to change for so long, at the end of the day, the only thing that can change is yourself, and that's exactly what you did. There is going to be some kind of a message here. This could be a message that you are delivering. Maybe this person's not going to be so happy about it. At the end of the day, I feel like this involves a community of some sort, like I said. Somebody here could have been recruiting haters, maybe in your own community, maybe going back to your own friends, your own family. So, you know, if this has been a family member or a friend, maybe they've been going to your spouse. Take it however it resonates. If this is work, right? Maybe somebody here has been going to other people in the workforce, or have been complaining to you to different management or something. It's like everybody seems to know everything about your life and everything that's going on, and you're like, why? So that people can talk to you and make you feel bad because they only heard their side of the story. I also feel like you are a very guarded and private individual, and somebody else here isn't. Sudden wealth. That was flipped over. You are going to be receiving some kind of sudden wealth here. 777, you're very highly supported by the universe at this time. You could even be receiving some kind of news here that's allowing you to move another step forward because you've already detached from the situation. The universe just needed you to detach so the new road, the new path can be laid out for you. You could be hearing news. This sudden wealth could be some kind of situation that's going to allow you to finally move forward in some kind of way. Like maybe you've been waiting for housing, or you've been waiting for extra funds. That is coming in. Somebody here is all in their thoughts. You see this masculine all in their thoughts about this feminine? It's like somebody here wanted to be in control of your life. They wanted to be in control of your canvas. But yet they still wanted to be able to do what they wanted to do. We have a child, and then we have an official person. There could be children involved here somehow, and there might be an official person coming in. It's definitely somebody here who acts really privileged. Somebody here that only cares about looks. This could be like somebody who wants to live an expensive lifestyle, or they want to be seen in some kind of way, but yet they're not able to sustain it, they're not able to maintain it, and they're excuse me, they're hoping that somebody else would maintain their lifestyle for them. There's definitely an official person here. Somebody here with some rank. Somebody here with some status. You could even be meeting somebody here with some status. Or there's definitely going to be an official person here. They could even be giving you this message. You're definitely going to be receiving some kind of news here from somebody with some status, even somebody here with some power. Either way, this message, this news that's coming in is going to bring you some kind of sudden wealth. Even if that's just the door being open to new possibilities, because now you're not so weighed down, you're not being attacked by whoever this individual is. Universe, tell us more, please. Tell us more for Capricorn. We have the moon. You could be hearing news about some kind of illusions. You could even be hearing information or things that you didn't even know that was going on behind the scenes. We have the Six of Wands reversed, the Magician reversed. Somebody here is extremely overwhelmed that their manipulation is no longer working on you. That the spell that they cast over you has been broken. Yeah, and again, another 10. This is a completion. This is a happily ever after, but for you, even though it may be bittersweet, somebody here is overwhelmed because they know they can no longer delay the inevitable. Strong Cancer energy here, Gemini, Virgo as well. King of Swords reversed. In the Fool. The King of Swords reverse is somebody here that lacks morals, they lack conscience. This is somebody here who manipulates the truth. They don't even remember what kind of lie they created. It's so many lies that you can't even keep up with. And this is a brand new beginning with the Fool, taking that leap of faith. Taking what little bit you can carry with you. What he has in that bag is the life lessons that he's learned along the way. That's all he's taking with him. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Somebody here is extremely guilty. Now they're guilty for not putting in work. But yet they have no intent on doing so with that Page of Wands reversed and the High Priestess reversed. This is somebody here who needs the attention and validation of other people. This is definitely somebody here who doesn't know themselves. And they're so preoccupied with what everybody else has instead of figuring out what they want in life, instead of filling their own cup, instead of following their own joy. This is somebody here that casts blame on everybody else. Oh, it's everybody else's fault why all these things are happening to me. This is why I did what I did, because it was this person's fault. It was that person's fault. You know, and you're like, how many bad things can happen to one person? Like, you're gonna tell me that everybody's treating you this way? You know, and then you start to realize, you know what, the only common denominator has been you. Because they've been doing it to you too. And sometimes we can create excuses for people. Like, oh, but I love them. Sometimes love isn't enough. And sometimes we like a version of what we think somebody can be instead of the version of who they actually are. Right? Sometimes we give the benefit of the doubt. We throw that around too quickly. We have the Knight of Wands. This is fast-paced energy. This is definitely moving forward with this Knight of Wands. Strong Sagittarius energy. You know, he has that wand in his hand. He has this new passion, and he's taken action. He's not being held back anymore. And we have Judgment. This is judgment. This is holding somebody accountable for what they did, even if that means walking away. And not caring what anybody else says, because the truth will be revealed. The truth will always come out. You know, and this could even be somebody who has been blaming you to their own people. Like I said, recruiting haters. They've been blaming you. This is where it gets like really delusional, right? Even with this moon energy, it's like, so when they need something from you, right? When they want to be in your good graces, they start blaming everybody else, right? In order to get something out of you. But then when they're not getting anything out of you, or when you're unable to give them something, maybe just because you don't have it, that's when they start talking shit about you to everybody else. But what happens when you're no longer there? Those other people start to wake up. This is definitely an individual that you've been dealing with that likes to pin people against each other. Give me one moment, y'all. I'm gonna run to the boys' room, well, the bathroom. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, Capricorn. I'm back now. Even with this King of Swords reversed, I was thinking when I was going to the bathroom, this could even be somebody here who's committed some kind of a crime, somebody who did something unjust. We did see that justice reversed. There could even be news and information about some things that somebody here has done, right? Maybe they took a lie a little too far. Maybe they told something to the wrong person. And that could have created some kind of investigation of sorts. People started looking into things. And we did have that judgment. Somebody here could be held accountable, or somebody here could even be lashing out. This is somebody here with a sharp tongue. They don't care what they say. Be very, very careful when you're distancing yourself from this energy. But I also feel like you need to mentally prepare that this person may lash out. No, not may. I definitely think that they are. And there's nothing you can do about that. And maybe that's something here you've been trying to avoid. But I feel like that's just a small little speed bump, a little hump in the road that you'll be able to get by. It just has to be done. Let this person reveal themselves. I really do feel like somebody here is going to lose their shit. because they needed you more than you needed them. Universe, tell us more, please. Universe, tell us more. We have child services here. This could even be somebody here who could have even put you at risk for having your children taken away by being over dramatic, by starting fights. The King of Swords in the reverse is somebody here who knows how to start fights. They try to turn the tables in their favor. Like I said, they don't care what they say. And when they don't get what they want, it's giving somebody here who does an adult temper tantrum. There's been some kind of neglect or abuse here. Maybe this is somebody that you are connected to. Like, say this is somebody that you're separating from romantically, and you might have children with them. Maybe you have been the one that's been carrying all the burden, taking care of the children, and this person just wants a handout. So at the end of the day, it felt like you had another child to take care of. That in itself is a form of neglect and abuse. By not helping you take care of their own children too. By putting all the responsibility and burden on you. This could definitely be somebody here who has like outdated old school mentality thinking, like the wife stays at home and takes care of the kids. But I feel like you have been forced to work and take care of the kids. So it's like, well, you're playing the role of mother and father, so why does father even need to still be around? This is somebody here who could even cyberbully you online or creating posts to try and get your attention. This is somebody here who could even be like trying to court other suitors here and trying to rub that and throw that in your face. Alright, so they want to be known as a cheater? Like, I don't get that. This is somebody here who isn't shit. They're just a carbon copy of the same people that they hang out with. You know, this behavior is not, it's not taught, it's learned. This is somebody who could have even learned this behavior from their own parents. And that's not your problem. And now they're crying over you? So they bully you and then they want to cry over you? This could be somebody here who's not all there in the head. Let's just keep it real. Maybe they could have mental health issues that they're refusing to treat, that they're refusing to confront. And maybe you have been patient trying to help this person, but you can't help somebody here who doesn't want to help themselves. Universe, tell us more for Capricorn. Fake accounts? And screenshot? So there's definitely some kind of proof here that is coming your way. Some kind of evidence, some kind of facts and truth. That's why you're making this decision with a level head, because you're looking at the facts, you're looking at the truth. Somebody here could have sent you a screenshot, or you're going to be receiving some kind of screenshots, and it's going to solidify your decision to no longer want to deal with this person. Somebody here could even be making fake social media accounts to try and stalk you in hopes that they can befriend you under a different name, under a different image, just so that way they can get to know you and see what you're up to. This is somebody here who's a spiritual hater. And they're fishing for comments. They hate your light, they hate your spirituality, they hate your power, they hate the way that you're able to manifest. Because they can't manifest, they manipulate. I feel like this is definitely somebody here who succumbed to their own demons and they don't even know themselves. They don't. We had that Four of Cups reversed. It's like they're chasing everybody else's dream instead of trying to figure out what their own is. You can take that little ding as confirmation, y'all. This is somebody here who's a bugaboo. They use people for the resources they provide. We have fake friends here. Universe, tell us more for Capricorn, please. We have trash, bugaboo, and betrayal. Recording at the bottom of the deck. There could definitely be some kind of recording. There's definitely going to be an announcement here that's being made. The truth can no longer be held. You're throwing away the trash, right? Getting rid of something that no longer serves you. You're tossing something out. Some of you guys, like, maybe this is even going to require some kind of like physical move, and maybe you're like, maybe I need to downsize. Maybe I can't take everything with me. So now you've been, going through your closets, going through your drawers, getting rid of things that you no longer need, right? Making space for what's coming next. Lightening the load, making less to carry, less to take with you. Maybe you realize you might have to make like a quick exit. Or be quick with it. Either way, this is somebody here who has betrayed you. They've done nothing but betray you. They've backstabbed you, a traitor. And this is somebody here who's unworthy of trust. Because you can't believe somebody when they keep hurting you. When they keep betraying you. And I feel like this is somebody here who knows what they're doing is wrong, but they don't care. They don't care because their feelings are more important than yours. And anybody else's. This is definitely somebody here who has never been able to hold a job. This is somebody here who cycles through different friendships because they can't keep a friend. They can't keep a lover. This is somebody here who cycles through family members, right? If you ever notice this person isn't talking to that person now, right? Or whatever. Or they cycle through I wanted to say employees or coworkers. Could definitely be a pregnancy test here. Somebody here, if this is somebody that you have been romantically involved with, somebody here could have gotten somebody else pregnant and they're trying to keep that a secret. And that's a major betrayal. Either way, a situation's about to explode. Things are about to pop off in flames. Right? It's kind of like Adele, I set fire to the rain. Universe, tell us the hidden secrets, please, for Capricorn. Tell us the hidden secrets for Capricorn, please. We have spying in the reverse, chemistry, and foundation. I feel like you've gotten better here at covering your tracks. Not that you have anything to hide here, but I definitely feel like with this, I feel like you've been moving in silence, and maybe you're not even posting as much online, right? Or you're not falling for the traps anymore. And somebody here is having a really, really difficult time at trying to find out and keep up with what it is that you're doing now. This is all about your foundation. This is all about stability. It's all about your family. It's about feeling secure. And with this chemistry, I feel like this is that new spark that was ignited within you, this new passion that you have for this new life that you want. Maybe you felt like it was out of reach for so long because somebody devalued you. And I'm not saying this is your fault, but maybe a part of you maybe believed it. But it's unlearning all of that conditioning that people put us under, especially when you're dealing with a manipulator. All right, this is somebody here. There could even be like a little bit of an age gap here. And maybe somebody here could have even like groomed you. Maybe you didn't know any better at the time. Maybe you were naive. They took advantage of your innocence. They're going to get theirs. They're definitely going to get their karma. They will get theirs. But God and Source and Universe need you to be out of the picture first. You could even see how this person is going downhill. We have chasing. This is somebody who is in pursuit of toxicity. because they feel abandoned. This could be somebody who has abandonment issues, but at the end of the day, again, it's not your problem. This could even be somebody here who's been abusing their abandonment issues, trying to make it feel like it's, well, you know what happened to me a long time ago. You know what happened to me when I was a kid, or I don't know if this is somebody here who came out of a broken home. But again, it's their responsibility to fix and heal that. It's not yours. We have nourish, and we have distracted. Somebody has been trying to distract you. They never wanted you to grow up. They never wanted you to focus on yourself. They never wanted you to see the truth. That's why they played those mind games, because they wanted to keep you trapped and isolated in your own mind, in your head, making you feel like you were alone, making you feel like maybe you even felt like you couldn't even talk to other people. This is longing, craving, aching, wanting, and a heart fog. Yeah, somebody here who sends mixed signals. You know, this is somebody that you're in a relationship with. Maybe they could be really good and bad, but that's probably the only thing they know how to provide. You know, they use that to their advantage to try and keep you confused. But again, that's not love. That's just pleasure. Universe, tell us more for Capricorn, please. We have the Ace of Fire. This is a brand new start. Brand new start. This is creation, new ventures, taking action, feeding your own desire here. You have this feeling that I want more. I've always wanted more. And maybe you felt like you needed to settle. You don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to settle. See, and somebody here wants to tempt you. They want to use self-deception. It's time for you to make wise choices, because I feel like somebody's going to try and very last minute, whisper those sweet nothings, make those empty promises. Could even be trying to give you some kind of a gift here in hopes to try and tempt you to stay. And maybe they've done this before in the past. You know, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Universe. We have dream. Pay attention to your dream right now. And you know when that one fell out, something unexpected is going to happen. And we still have this temptation here. Somebody's going to try and use the past nostalgic memories here. You know, part of that conversation, like, oh, do you remember when we did this? Do you remember when we did that? Do you remember when this and this and this? But I feel like what's unexpected here is that you're the storm. This is destruction, this is conflict, unforeseen change, sudden news. You could be receiving sudden news here that finally solidifies why it is that you're leaving. And pay attention to your dreams here. This could be definitely somebody here who's well-versed in the dark arts, trying to incept your dreams or trying to insert themselves in your dreams to make you feel some kind of way. But pay attention to your dreams as well, because I also feel like the universe, source, your ancestors, and your guides are communicating and speaking with you, showing you the way. They're lighting the next phase up for you. And sometimes you have to be the destruction in order to be the change. Even though it might seem scary, it's all about self-love. Focus on desires of the heart, self-worth, expansion, and manifesting. It's about knowing what you deserve. Excuse me. Alrighty, Capricorn, we're going to use the Scrabble tiles. We're going to see what comes out. Universe, any final messages and confirmations here for Capricorn, please? Any final messages and confirmations for Capricorn? This part's going to get loud, so if you're sensitive to sound, I would recommend lowering the volume again. We have the number 40, 71. This could be somebody's age, the year they were born, or these numbers can mean something to you. We have the number 87. Somebody here could have been born in 1987. We have 38. Somebody here could be 38 years old. We have the number 77. We have the number 4. Some of you are probably, with this number 4, I'm always reminded of that movie I Am Number 4, or the book series. You could be finding out that there are some gifts that you have that maybe you can probably nurture here, or you're discovering new facets about yourself. Something here about an HOA. I don't know, about something about like a homeowners association maybe. Something here about lux. Maybe somebody here is obsessed with luxury, or they want to live in luxury. We have the number 51. We have the number 21. Something here about a DO. That could be a form of a doctor. We have 59. DOs and MDs are the same thing, except DOs just spend one more year in school. We have the number 25, 98. These are the ones that focus more on like family medicine. We have the number 91. Someone's name could be Nate, Nathan, Natalie. We have the number 9. Someone's name could be Ken, Kenny, Kenneth. Something here about Glee. I don't know, maybe some of y'all are in a Glee club, or you're finally getting your joy back. Something here about bees. Something here about Mr. and Mrs. I don't know if this is somebody here that acts like y'all are married, but you're really not. Again, that whole non-committal energy. Someone's name could be Paul, Paula, Paulette. Someone's name could be Tony. Someone's name could be Glenn. Somebody here just wants to eat. You know, once it's given the energy with this 8, like once they ate, you know, that's it. They don't clean up after themselves. Once you give them what they want, they're satisfied. Something here about a rate. I don't know if there's been a rate change in something for you, or the way that you rate something, or the way that you care about something is now different. Someone's name could be Lorne. Somebody here could be a rat, or somebody here is ratting this person out. Someone's name could be Keith. Something here about a boa. I don't know, it's like maybe somebody here was trying to restrict you. Someone's name could be Zeke. Someone's name could be Tam or Tammy. Tamara. Someone's name could be Tiara, or maybe somebody here thinks that they're a prince or a princess. They act bigger than what they actually are. Someone's name could be Reese. Someone's name could be Drake, or somebody here likes to listen to Drake. We have Tiny here. Maybe somebody here tries to make you feel small, or this could just be somebody's nickname. Someone's name could be Henry. Something here about a tin. Maybe there's something hidden here inside of a tin. Maybe somebody never thought that you would find something in a tin. Or somebody stores things in tins. We have Mo. Somebody's name could be Mo. Someone's name could be Blake. Definitely something here about a doctor. Or somebody has been trying to doctor evidence, or trying to doctor information. Someone's name could be, last name could be Botello. Someone's name could be Peter. Someone's name could be Pat. Patrick, Patricia. Something here about a mod. I don't know if somebody has been trying to moderate your life, or trying to control something, or try to have some kind of access that they're not supposed to have. Something here about the AU. I don't know if that's Australia. Someone's name could be Laura. Something here about beer. I don't know, maybe somebody here drinks a lot. Something here about T.I. Maybe somebody here listens to the rapper T.I. Maybe somebody listens to old school music. Something here about BMX. Maybe somebody here's into BMX. Something here about pot. Maybe somebody here smokes a lot of pot. Something here about AT&T. Something about a P.O. box. Someone's name could be Dorothy. Something here about a fox, or maybe somebody here is just sneaky like a fox, but fox also has to do with like motocross. Maybe somebody is into motocross, BMX. This could even be like motorcycles. Something here about a zoo. I don't know, maybe somebody here wanted to keep you as like one of their pets, locked in a cage in a zoo. Something here about energy. Maybe somebody's been trying to rob your energy. We have L. Maybe somebody here is Spanish or of Hispanic descent. Someone's name could be Nick, Nicholas, Nicole. I don't know, something here about Grindr. Maybe somebody you're secretly DL. Maybe they're on Grindr. Maybe you're finding this out. For my straight women out there, there's a... Not that I should be throwing gay secrets out there, but on Grindr, you can go on there and you can even hide what the app looks like and change the name, just so you know. Something here about a loop. I don't know if something here has been repeated over and over again, or somebody tries to loop you in, or this Grindr could even have to do with like grinding up weed or something. People smoking the herb. Something here about Alabama, or someone's name could be Al. Someone's name could be Walter. Something about the grind. I don't know. Maybe somebody here does things, I don't know. It's given like street stuff. Street thug. Someone's always on the grind. Always doing bad things. Somebody here could be shy. This could be you. Someone's nickname could be Ro. Ramona. Someone's name could be Robert. Someone's name could be Walters. Something here about water, or maybe Waters. Somebody's last name could be Waters. Something here about LA. Something here about AOL. America Online, or somebody does a lot of things online. I don't know, something about like maybe someone here learned English as their second language. Someone's name could be Sue, Susan, Susie. Someone's name could be Sam, Samantha, Samuel. Something about Zales. Zales? Isn't that like a jewelry company? Ooh, we have robber. Somebody here could be a robber, or maybe somebody here committed some kind of crime. Maybe they stole something. Maybe that's what they're trying to hide. That they committed a crime. There's definitely something here to do with a house, or a living situation or something. Someone's name could be a mall, or something to do with the mall. Someone's name could be Wendy. Something here about a GI doctor, or gastrointestinal. Maybe there's some stomach issues. Somebody's going through some stomach issues. With this loop, I'm getting Fruit Loops. Maybe somebody here could be a Fruit Loop. Again, not throwing shade. Maybe they're a secret Fruit Loop, or somebody here likes to eat Fruit Loops. Somebody could work at Wendy's, or they could eat a lot of Wendy's, or something here about fast food. We have no. Maybe somebody here doesn't like being told no. Someone's name could be Yasmin, or Jasmine. Something here about TT, maybe something here to do with TikTok. Something here to do with a plan. Somebody planned something. Maybe they planned a robbery. So something here had some kind of intent. Something here to do with a plane. There's definitely gonna, maybe some of y'all are gonna be heading on a plane. Someone's name could be Noel or Noel. Or something you're to do. Maybe something happened during Christmas time. Alrighty. That's what I have with this. We have hate here. Like, somebody here holds a lot of hate in their heart. Maybe they hold grudges. So we have hate, and then we have real. Ooh. Someone's favorite color could be teal, or something here to do with the color teal. Alrighty, Capricorn, we're going to close this out with an affirmation for you. And then we're going to close this off with an oracle. Universe, please give us an affirmation for Capricorn, please. We have beauty. I am beautiful even when I don't think it. I'm beautiful even when I don't see it. I'm beautiful no matter how many people don't say it. I'm beautiful. And I don't even care if you know it. I'm beautiful, which is why I don't have to try so hard all the time to show it. Absolutely. Capricorn, you are beautiful. You don't need anybody else to tell you anything about you, because love comes from within, doesn't come on the outside. Alrighty, universe. Please give us a final message for Capricorn. Final message for Capricorn, please. We have guidance, 33. Guidance is all about learning to communicate with your soul and discovering and manifesting your purpose. Ganesha is worshipped and adorned by the Trimuthis, or the Trinity of Hinduism, which is made up of Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. The story goes that during the period of dissolution, the water and wind were demolished and the earth evaporated. Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva wandered the earth to determine what was causing this dissolution. The gods discovered a huge aura of light where Ganesha was enshrined. The Trimuthis immediately bowed to Ganesha in reverence and began to worship and praise him. They requested that Ganesha bless them. Ganesha entrusted the gods with 3 separate duties. Vishnu is the preserver, Shiva is the destroyer, and Brahma is the creator. Guidance is based on communication. The soul can send you messages through symbols, synchronicity, hunches, sudden inspiration, dreams, and even direct channeling. Consciously connecting with your guides, heightening your psychic abilities, and fine-tuning your skills to be present and to pay attention are all important parts of learning to receive guidance. As you open up, your soul begins to communicate your inner purpose for this lifetime to you. When you learn to hear and recognize its promptings, your life starts to take on a magical quality. Remember that you can ask Ganesha to support you in creating a raised awareness. Make a point to look at spirituality from new perspectives that may be unfamiliar to you. Be willing to talk to people whose experiences and beliefs are different from your own. You may need to move out of your comfort zone in order to do this. You will be all the richer for it. If you are concerned about getting true information about your personal life from a psychic or intuitive, you can prepare for it by asking from your heart to receive information that is for your highest good. Be sure your motivations are pure. You can ask the psychic to channel the words that your own soul wants you to hear to further your spiritual growth. Rely on your intuition and your inner knowledge rather than your intelligence or conscious mind. Watch for synchronicities and opportunities. Trust your instincts and pay attention as your messages can turn up from a variety of sources. Be attentive to your dreams. You may want to keep a dream journal. Synchronicities are likely now. It is possible that a pleasant surprise will be coming your way soon in regard to your work. This could even be a new job opportunity. The gods Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma may represent the different male energies in your life. Engage in the energy of men in your life or in the energy of the Trimuthis to assist you with the task at hand. And that is what I have for y'all, Capricorn. I'm wishing you all a lot of. I am sending you all a lot of love and a lot of light. And I will see you next time. Ciao.